Courtney, good morning to you and welcome to AM News.
Good morning, Elvis.
Courtney, how is the voting going in your province, especially at Mossel Bay, where there has been violent protest a few days ago?
Elvis, we're pleased to report at this stage that we opened the voting stations at 7 this morning. Of course, they'll remain open until 9. And we're also pleased to report that in Mossel Bay, we were able to open the 2 voting stations there, and that the voting activity, the process is running well at the moment. There is quite a substantial police presence there, assisting in keeping calm. But it does seem as if people are just taking a breath in Ward 13 and then going to the polls and doing what they need to do. So from the reports that we have at the moment, that's from the police as well as our staff on the ground, things are running as they should be running at this stage, and people are coming to the polls to cast their vote.
So what I'm getting from you now is that the election process will go ahead in Mossel Bay, even though it's a troubled area.
Yeah, it's a troubled area, but the election process has been going well. We did open at 7 this morning, and we'll keep open until 9 o'clock this evening. And we've had no reports of any other problems that we have seen over the past few days in Mossel Bay.
Courtney, can you just remind us about the grievances of the protesters in Mossel Bay? What are the residents not happy about?
Look, I think it seems to me, and I'm not really an authority to speak on that, Elvis, but the information that we have is that there are community protests that are linked to services rendered by the municipality. That's where the grievance is. And they have, in fact, already set some buildings alight. So it really is an issue with the municipality that the community is not very happy with. And they have now been involved in this protest for the past few days. But at the moment, they seem to be taking a breath, as I say, and doing what they need to do as South African citizens, and that is to elect a new councillor for Ward 13 in Mossel Bay.
How prepared are you in the Western Cape for this by-elections? Are you all ready to go?
No, we've been going since 7 o'clock. We started yesterday with the special votes, home visits, keeping stations open for people who applied for the special votes. So we have been busy yesterday, and we are on the go now. We've been on the go now for 3 hours today. So, yeah, we've done what we needed to do up to now, and we haven't had any reports, anything that is worrisome at this point in time. People are voting, and they will continue doing that for the rest of the day.
When can we expect the results from these areas, Courtney?
Elvis, it's always a difficult one to ask because the counting will start immediately after the closing of voting at 9 o'clock. Now, depending on how many people there were who voted, it can take a little while. But then immediately after the results come in, they are loaded into the system, and then they will be available. So you're looking at the early hours of the morning.
Courtney, thank you so much for your time. That was the Provincial Electoral Officer, Courtney Sampson, on the line to us. Now, residents of Ramaphosa